Yo, what is up guys? It's me, Exactly, back at you guys with some more NBA news and updates. Alright, we got a couple of things to talk about today, so let's not waste any time. Let's get into it, Lego. So it finally happened. Last week, John Paxson said that when DWade lands in Chicago, when he gets back in town, that he and Gar Forman would meet with Dwyane Wade. And after he said that, that's when I was like, you know, Dwyane Wade's about to request this buyout. He's gonna be bought out as soon as they meet. And they met yesterday, and Dwyane Wade has reached a buyout agreement with the Chicago Bulls. Dwyane Wade is free. As part of his agreement, he did have to forfeit a little bit of money. You know, he had to give back $8 million of the $23 million he was set to make this year to the Chicago Bulls, but they still paid him the remaining $15 million, and now he is free to sign with whatever team he wants. We all know what teams he is considering signing with right now: the Cleveland Cavaliers, the San Antonio Spurs, the Miami Heat, and then it's also thought that the Oklahoma City Thunder could also be threats to land Dwyane Wade. I'm going to take tonight and some of tomorrow and speak with the teams or players that are on my list and go from there. My decision is a pure basketball decision, and I'll make the one that fits me best at this point in my career, and with what I feel I have to offer a team that needs what I have to offer. That is what Dwyane Wade said yesterday about where he will end up. And personally, I think it's going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers. I can just see this happening, but at the same time, OKC and San Antonio both make a lot of sense as well. Miami, not so much. I can see Dwyane Wade retiring in Miami. After this season, he will sign a 2 or 3 year deal with the Miami Heat to finish off his last years with the organization he was known most for. But this year, his focus is more on winning a championship. He wants that one last shot to win a ring. And while Miami will most likely be a playoff team in the East, let's all be real here. They ain't about to compete for a championship this year. Plus, he also said that his decision will be a pure basketball decision, and from a standpoint of pure basketball decisions, Dwyane Wade to Miami Heat would be the worst basketball decision. That would be more of a sentimental basketball decision. Back to why I think it will be the Cleveland Cavaliers. Obviously, it's because LeBron James plays there, and it's also because they're in the Eastern Conference, meaning that the Cavs are once again almost guaranteed a spot in the NBA Finals, so they do give him the best shot of winning a ring. Whereas out in the West, if you were to go to San Antonio or OKC, they aren't even guaranteed to make it to the Western Conference Finals, let alone the NBA Finals, just because of all the great teams out West. But you know, Wade said yesterday that he was going to take last night and part of today thinking about it, talking with players and teams about his decision, so we can expect him to make a decision either later today or tomorrow. Knowing my luck though, it'll probably be right before I finish this video. So if you don't see this, it's because I had to make a different video because Dwyane Wade already said what team he's signing with. But then again, it was kind of pointless for me to say that, because if that happens, you won't see this, so you won't know that I said this, so it won't matter. And if it doesn't happen, I just look crazy because it didn't happen. But it probably will. Some potentially devastating news for any Lakers fans out there this morning. It sounds like Paul George is now seriously considering signing with the Thunder after his contract is up next summer. After OKC pulled off the Carmelo Anthony heist a couple of days ago, Paul George came out and said this about the Thunder organization. Year one, and the Thunder have proven, and I haven't even gone through a season yet, and they've already proven everything on my checklist that I can check off. That's what feels good. That's what makes me feel like, hey, this can be a landing spot for me and somewhere I can call home for years. Now, that sounds about right. You remember earlier this summer when he went on that whole thing talking about what he's looking for in a team and why he left the Pacers. He said he wants a team that he feels like he will have a shot to win on. He wants a team that can compete and that shows that it wants to compete for years to come. That's what the Thunder have just done. By going out and trading for Carmelo Anthony, they showed Paul George, but not even just Paul George, Russell Westbrook too, that they are serious about trying to win a ring, which will play huge parts in its upcoming summer when both of those guys are free agents. All that is left now is for the players, Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, Russell Westbrook, to prove that they can play together, because if they make the Western Conference Finals, or even make the NBA Finals, or just lose in the Western Conference Finals or something, they have a great season and prove that they are only just a little bit away, a piece here or a piece there away from being legit championship team, then Paul George, like he said, he would be crazy to leave that situation. Also, if that happens, OKC becomes a top tier free agent destination because you'll have all these veteran players or great role players wanting to come to OKC for a chance to win a ring. That will help too. Like I said, if you're a Lakers fan that wants to see Paul George on the Lakers, all you can do is just hope and pray that this blows up in OKC's face and it doesn't work out at all. With all the talk about Cleveland, Oklahoma City, Houston, Minnesota, you know, all the moves that those teams made to get better to compete with the Warriors this upcoming season, the question still remains, what team is best suited? What team has the best chance of standing up and beating the Golden State Warriors this upcoming year? Almost everyone has a different opinion on this topic. You can make a solid case for all of those teams. And that's part of the reason why this upcoming season is seen to being so excited. I mean, there are a lot of really freaking good teams this year. It's only gonna make things more interesting for us fans to watch. But still, there is always that one team in the NBA where no matter how many other teams get better or how many other teams get worse, they will always remain as one of the top teams in the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs. And according to Draymond Green, the Warriors are still scared of the San Antonio Spurs more than any other team in the NBA. For me, I think it's San Antonio. I think Minnesota's gonna be much improved. I think they're gonna be a tough team to beat. Houston's much improved. They're gonna be a tough team to beat. OKC improved. I just don't want to think you can put anyone above San Antonio because of everything they've done. They've never had a drop off. They won 60-something games last year. I always think San Antonio. Who doesn't respect the San Antonio Spurs? They are by far the most respected organization in basketball. 20 straight years of playing excellent basketball? That's almost unheard of. I mean, just think about it. For the past 20 years, every single year, the Spurs have had a chance. They have been seen as a championship contending team. That is a sustained amount of greatness that I don't know of any organization has ever had before. And then going back to the Western Conference from last year, we all know what we saw first half of game one. Everyone knows what they were seeing first half of game one. They were giving the Warriors all kinds of problems with a healthy Kawhi Leonard. And it's crazy to think that ever since the Warriors became a legit team, a great team, a championship team, that we've never been able to see a healthy Spurs team go up against the Golden State Warriors. The first couple of years they didn't even meet, and then last year when it was finally going to happen, Kawhi Leonard had to go down. And if not for him going down, some people think the Spurs had a chance of beating the Warriors. If not, they were easily going to give the Warriors the hardest time that they had in the playoffs at all last year, even a harder time than they had against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So it does suck that we were robbed of seeing the Spurs at full strength in the Western Conference Finals last year, but hopefully this year that changes. And overall, I also agree with Draymond Green. There are a lot of teams that did get much better this upcoming year, but I just can't give any of them a better shot at beating the Warriors than the Spurs have. Maybe about the same shot, but I can't put any of those teams above the San Antonio Spurs. Lastly, I just want to share this little crazy bit with you guys. So Carmelo Anthony landed in Oklahoma City yesterday for the first time, and OKC fans caught word. I don't know how they found out, but they caught word that he was coming to town yesterday, and they caught time of what flight he was on, the airport, everything. They knew every detail about this man's trip to the Oklahoma City, so they gathered outside the airport and waited for him. And when they saw him, they bursted into cheering. OKC fans, y'all are insane. You know, those fans really love the players that stick with the team. They love anyone that comes to the Thunder. I don't think I've ever seen fans this excited after a trade. What do you guys think about all this though? Do you think that Paul George is staying in OKC? Where will Dwyane Wade sign with? What team has the best chance of beating the Warriors this year? Let me know all of that down in the comment section below, but that's gonna do it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to smack that like button and subscribe for more daily NBA videos. And until tomorrow, keep getting the buckets, Team SDC, and I'm out of here. Peace!